How's it going, Kart Lifers? Sammy D here, checking in from Hawaii. This is the Iolani Palace in Honolulu. I'm on vacation, having a great time. Sammy vacation, that's right. Relaxing, and we're gonna walk around. I'm gonna check in with you guys because lots to discuss with the LA tour coming next Wednesday, the third time now in LA. And the trailer's out, watched it when I woke up. We got Chargin Chuck, we got the Mario and Luigi golfers taking us by surprise. And we've got some breaking kind of news, somewhat of a scandal to discuss here as we have verified proof and evidence through the community of data miners who on this channel will remain nameless to protect these wizards behind the scenes finding out this kind of information for us. But we have finally proof that the high-end ticket rates in daily selects have been nerfed meaning taken down to a lower percentage. Whereas we had 10% chance of a high-end ticket showing up in a maxed slot before, we now have confirmation that rates have gone down to 6%. That's 2 for driver, kart, and glider, 2% each, even for all three. In the past, we had 5% driver, 3% kart, 2% glider. So here we are now with 6%. There's some context and backstory to this as well, which I should probably just sit down under these banyan trees and talk about. Here's a nice scene. So, and stay tuned for more thoughts on the LA tour. But I want to talk about this because it affects everyone in different ways. And there's a big outcry at the moment. I have some personal thoughts on it. How this pertains to my account, how this affects a player like me. By the way, ube bubble tea, ume bubble tea, which is a sweet potato, a sweet potato mixed with this taro flavor. It's got like an Oreo cookie vibe. It's fantastic. Hawaii, amazing, by the way. We saw the Big Island, the Volcanoes National Park, total Grumble volcano action. And I'm enjoying some bubble tea, and we're gonna find some shaved ice. We're gonna hit the beach. But you're not here to see me talk about Hawaii. We're talking about this ticket gate that we got going on. And these are the beautiful trees you have here in Hawaii. Highly recommend coming to the islands and seeing the beauty and majesty of this raw nature on these islands. Absolutely magical. Everything you've heard is true. So the daily selects ticket rates have a history and some context in which we've talked about having our shops shut down. Over a year ago, StudFit was one of the first to have weeks on end with hardly any tickets, and it's happened recently as well. What happened most recently is basically since Meowser came out in the New Year's tour, from that point on, we noticed a stark drop in daily select high-end ticket rates when you have a certain amount of groups maxed, and there's my daily selects video if you want to learn more about this. But while certain accounts seem to have been shut down or throttled in the past, this seemed to be affecting everyone. Now, it may be that certain accounts are still throttled or held back in terms of their rates beyond the normal percentages given to everyone, but we have found out through the data miners confirmation that these rates have been lowered. So the natural reaction in this case is for folks in the community and playing this game to be upset, and there are a lot of valid reasons to be upset. There's one main reason why this is very bad that I'm going to get to in a moment here. But how does this affect us? So first of all, it's never fun that you're expecting something. We've come to expect a certain thing in the game based on all of our own research and the data miners' findings in the past of how the daily selects even works. And when we come to expect a certain amount of tickets, if that gets throttled or decreased, it's naturally going to be frustrating. We don't have the access to the resources we expect to have and are used to and have been planning around and building our accounts around. However, if we think about the practical ways in which this affects different accounts, it's going to affect everyone very differently. It's going to affect whales differently from someone like me, a dolphin, who has gold pass, premium challenges, and one pack or tour. Then it will affect a free-to-play player even differently. I myself was upset about this, going to launch a feedback campaign or something like this with you all. But I like to not have a knee-jerk reaction and to let something sit for a couple days and look at all sides of the angle. Antolev himself great friend of the channel, as you know, helps me kind of see that this is really a whale problem, if you will. Yes, it's a problem for all, but if you think about the people who are going to be hit hardest by this, it's the whales. Imagine you're someone like Carlos. You all know him, you know his channel. He can count on a certain amount of tickets to always have in the bank to save and save and save for ACR, and really he has an unlimited coin amount, which he can buy these high-end tickets over and over and build up these stashes. For him, he's going to have fewer tickets per tour. Also, imagine a whale in your ranked matching. One of these people that comes up in your rank that you just can't get anywhere close to beating, that player is also going to have less access to these tickets going forward in these new percentages. This could help you beat those whales, because for a player like myself, and I use the tool that Reichenbach has put in Cartlife's Discord resources general, where you can now calculate based on how many daily select ticket slots you've maxed out, how many high-end tickets you should expect with the new rates each tour. I put in my numbers, and for me, the average is around a little over 6 high-end tickets per tour still with these percentages. I've had 3 or 4 this tour so far, so I had 5 last tour, so we could expect that 6 ticket average. That's 60,000 coins of ticket spending if you're looking at glider or cart tickets, up to 72,000 if you're focusing on the 12,000 driver tickets. Do I earn 72,000 coins in a tour? No, I don't. In fact, when I was getting more than 6, like 8 or 9 high-end tickets, I was using every resource at my disposal to go after these tickets, sometimes even doing something as silly as pulling for coins to buy tickets, which really is not the smart move, right? This is not the best use of our resources. Or buying extra rubies, God forbid, to buy these tickets. 6 is a nice number where someone like me is going to be able to maybe get those tickets each tour. So it actually practically will not affect my account at all. This change does not affect my account. The only way it affects my account is that it gives me a greater chance at beating whales who I haven't ranked, because they're going to be maybe more conservative with their ticket spending, maybe more conservative with their investments, not as prone to just throw all their tickets down with these new rates. Now, I want to be very clear and say, of course, once again, it's no fun for these whales to have the tickets lowered. ER has led their own campaign, hashtag FixDS. You'll see it in their player names, launching a sort of campaign to get the attention of the developers that they want to fix the ticket rates to back where they were before. Because of course, the whales want to have these tickets. In my mind, the whales could have a greater challenge in their hands here with lower ticket rates. Maybe they're going to not do as many investments. Maybe, this is a challenge that they could tackle. I like to adapt when the game throws us a curveball like that, and to expect them to change the rate back with our kind of outcry that the community could have here. It's a little tough because they've never been completely transparent about how daily selects work anyways. Everything we know about daily selects, we figured out on our own. Now, that said, here is the reason why I do think this is a bad thing. Because in principle, in theory, knowing that our community is out here, the player base is still strong, the whale player base is still very strong and keeps the game afloat. And Nintendo should cater to these players. Sip of bubble tea, 1 second. Nintendo would do well, and this is the feedback I have been sending to Nintendo this week in the form of support tickets and feedback in customer service, customer support, is that they should let us know. They should just tell us, even if it's a vagary, they could say ticket rates have been adjusted in the shop. Tell us what is happening, because no game is fun when you don't know the rules or when the rules are changed without you knowing them. It's shady, right? It's just shady. And if they're doing this, if they're pulling these changes behind the scenes, what else are they changing and nerfing to make sure that they can find any little way to get people to spend more rubies, more money, whatever it is? That's my rant. If there's anything for Feedback Friday, I would say follow your belief of what you feel should happen in the game. If you want to demand that they fix the rates back, go for it. I think that players in ER and in the top 10, top 100, they might actually get those names noticed, because as we know, a great player in the past had been banned for their player name, and we suspect the reason why they were banned in this case, while other horrible named bots are not banned, is because this player was in the top 10 ACR and Nintendo took notice of them. So Nintendo notices these ER players in the top 10, top 100, having the fixed daily selects, hashtag, who knows, maybe we'll get their attention. I'm certainly sending feedback that we're aware of the issue, but again, I encourage other content creators to protect the identities of the data miners, because as the data miners get better at this stuff, it's going to draw more attention to them, and we don't want these people getting their accounts banned and stuff like that just for trying to tinker and get us the information that we deserve as players. So for me, it's about the transparency. If they're going to change something, please let us know. And in the meantime, two things will happen. It'll either stay this way, and the kind of the campaign to fix data selects will fall on deaf ears. In that case, it's another moment when we have to just adapt. Just like level 7, you adapt. The whales are going to have to adapt. If they want to quit the game as a result of this, maybe they'll quit the game as a result of this, or they'll fight on. Again, doesn't affect my account very much when I looked at the actual numbers. I recommend you do that as well in the resources on a Discord on Reichenbach's chart to see what you will get realistically with an average ticket rate in these new rate changes. So that's my rant. Transparency is the key though. That's the feedback I'm sending. Let's see what happens. It should be interesting. And now let's go get some shaved ice and talk about Los Angeles tour on Waikiki Beach. Let's go. Okay, we're now at Waikiki Beach. Look at this, like what the heck? Shave ice time, snack time. Let's sit and discuss, because also need to chat with you about LA tour. Chargin Chuck, of course, coming in super hot for the Los Angeles tour, original character. Very excited. Watch the trailer, have some thoughts. So what we had is Chargin Chuck, he looks great. This burger cart, totally, absolutely insane. Disgusting kind of to me, but nobody asked. Maybe an enormous hitbox, so that's something to be looking out for. Chargin Chuck's special skill will determine if we're going to do some pulls, of course. So be on the lookout for that. Mario and Luigi Golf, though, came in and surprised everyone in this trailer. And don't really know what to think. It's been a while since we have 3 original characters coming in. Very strange indeed. They each have a cart with them. The sneaker is a cart from Mario Kart 8 that Mario is shown with, and Luigi's got a new cart, some kind of green buggy. It doesn't look too outstanding to me. We're not shown what their gliders will be, but we can assume this is week 2 pipe, 100 pipe. By most guesses, that's probably what's going to be. Then a Valentine's special pipe. We're shown some Valentine's characters: Cherub, Baby Peach, Pauline Rose, and Chef Mario. Some other things, including a red Valentine's themed cart that is going to be probably in that special pipe as a spotlight, maybe not as a spotlight. And that's what we'll have for the tour. So Chargin Chuck's skill is going to be dash ring. Dash ring, I might be pulling. Can we get that burger cart along the way and get that huge hitbox? Now, of course, last time we saw the Merlion, we thought that was a huge hitbox. Well, some people did. This one looks a little bit more surefire, like a large hitbox. So, looking forward to it. Hobby the Tour breakdown on Wednesday. I'm really excited about LA Laps 2. I think we skipped 2 last time to 3. We're in the section of the track going through some of the industrial parts, off-roading a little bit. It's going to be fun. Love LA, you know I love the music. So we should have a lot of fun with the new tour. I'll recap it when it opens on Wednesday. And yeah, I just wanted to say cheers from Hawaii and comment on this stuff. I actually started this video talking about the daily select situation and the high-end tickets on the top of a volcano. Yes, I was on the top of a volcano when this news broke, and I made a video for you because that's how much I want to give you guys late breaking, not just news, but a balanced perspective on these big issues. The wind was too bad, so I couldn't keep the video. So here I am doing it again. And I gotta say, it's hard to have the whole community rally behind one point of view. We all have such different perspectives, different opinions, a lot of strong opinions on stuff like this. And again, every account, it's going to affect you differently. We'll see if the ER campaign makes any difference. I think it certainly would be cool to reverse it to how it was before. But let's see what happens. Let's accept it with grace and accept the challenge, adapt and evolve. That's how you play the best games out there. Adapt with the hand you're given. So I'm going out there into that water, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. Stay safe, be kind to each other, stay home, take care. Good luck in ranked. My ranked is sweet. I couldn't have any screen recordings today just because I only have this one phone. So I'm gonna go back in and enjoy the rest of the tour. You do as well. We'll see you on Wednesday. Kart Life, Sammy D out.